This is Lena. Lena is a lysosome and a quiet sanitary worker who has a system for everything she does. Lena works around her town, Urico City, and her main transportation is the mini motor protein that goes along the cytoskeleton.
This structure right here is called the cytoskeleton. The cytoskeleton is made up of microfilaments, intermediate filaments, and microtubules. Lena rides a node of transportation that consists of motor proteins kinesin, dynactin, and deinin. The motor proteins work together in a tug of war to move membrane-bound vesicles to and from places.
Lena has a lot to do on her to-do list. She has multiple stops to make at work. On her day-to-day basis, she works either near the nucleus or near the cell membrane and even in subcellular domains. Lena simply recycles and disposes of waste with powerful enzymes to break down foreign materials and food particles.
One day, Lena was introduced to a new coworker, Paul the peroxisome. Paul is also a sanitation worker but specializes in chemicals. Paul's job is to neutralize and detoxify harmful compounds. Paul tries his best to break down toxic molecules like hydrogen peroxide byproducts in order to turn them into harmless water and oxygen.
Lena the lysosome has very messy coworkers, and they can't seem to clean up after themselves. First, the rough ER is covered in acne. Sorry, I meant ribosomes. Whenever the rough ER creates a failed protein, it is enclosed in a vesicle called an autophagosome. It fuses with Lena, and Lena uses her special digestive enzymes to break down the misfolded proteins into amino acids so that they can be reused by the cell. Without Lena, the cell would not have any cell parts to carry out their functions.
Tired of your friends being in a toxic relationship? Lena is here to destroy them. She protects her friend, the cell membrane, from getting into toxic relationships. When the cell membrane sneaks in a virus or pathogen that harms the cells, it is enclosed in a vesicle and becomes a phagosome. The phagosome fuses with Lena, and once again, Lena breaks down the pathogen's macromolecules with her digestive enzymes.
What about when the organelles get into a heated argument? The cell will divorce faster than the cell membrane can find a good boyfriend. Once the messy cell divorce is settled, what's left are strands of microtubules and microfilaments. Lena then has to step up and break down the filaments to be used for future divisions. Without Lena, the cell can't clean up itself and will eventually stink like garbage. The organelles cannot clean up after themselves without the lysosomes and will quickly become a cell biohazard. The mitochondria and the chloroplast actually have their own circular DNA. We should not entrust eukaryoticity to foreign spies. The cell membrane can be faulty and let in viruses that hijack the cell. The cell wall is just an extra and is not inclusive of all cells, especially the animal cells. Boo! The cell needs full representation. Vote #digest the best, remove the rest to represent you.
Vote Lena the lysosome and Paul the peroxisome to keep Eukaryocity clean and pristine.